Back to school supplies have been the buzz on the First Coast lately, the last few weeks with back to school. But Dr. Kenneth Alexander joining First Coast Living now to tell us why there may be one thing on the list you don't want to forget, and that's kids and COVID. So welcome to the show, Doctor. And how can parents best protect their children against COVID as they return to school?
Thanks, Mike. You know, with all that's going on, getting your kids ready for school, one of the things that we often forget about is keeping kids healthy. And COVID has been a big problem, as we all know, over the last few years. And it's the same story that parents have heard. Vaccination is the most effective way to keep your kids healthy and to keep them from getting severe COVID.
Right. And why is it important for our kids to be vaccinated and boosted, and who's eligible?
So those are important questions. First of all, why vaccinate your kid? There's a bunch of reasons. First of all, although it's uncommon to cause severe disease in children, I want parents to realize that since 2020, 200 children under the age of 5 have died of COVID, and there have been more than 20,000 hospitalizations in young children. So COVID can be very bad in children. Second, of course, we vaccinate kids to protect the people around them: parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, other students. And let's also be practical. We vaccinate against COVID so that the kids don't miss school, so they can stay in school, go to sports, do all the things that kids are supposed to do, and so parents don't miss work.
And if a child has COVID recently and just got over it, do they still need to be vaccinated? And is this pediatric and adult COVID vaccines, are they different?
So one of the things we've learned about coronaviruses over the years, and COVID is a coronavirus, is that our immune response just isn't very durable. So it turns out that the vaccine gives you better protection against the disease than infection does, certainly more durable protection. So while it's nobody's idea of fun, yeah, getting that vaccine actually gives you better protection than the disease. And then as far as who should get what, for children 5 and over, they should get the 2-dose series and a booster. For children 4 years and younger, they're approved for the 2-dose series.
Are there any risks the COVID vaccines carry compared to, say, the risk from the actual COVID infection?
That's an important thing for parents to bear in mind. We've now given millions and millions of doses of COVID vaccine in the United States. And if we've learned anything, it works and it's very safe. COVID disease puts children in the hospital. It kills children, and even more commonly, it kills older people. So the good news is the vaccine works, it's safe. And I can tell you that everybody in my family is vaccinated and fully boosted.
Will current vaccines be effective against new variants and subvariants?
Sort of seems like the parade of variants doesn't stop, doesn't it? And so what we're seeing now is that the companies that manufacture vaccines are now coming out with vaccines that are specific for COVID variants. You may have seen on the news over the last day or two that in the United Kingdom, Moderna has had a vaccine now approved for the Omicron variant. And I suspect we will have that soon approved in the United States. And so what we'll have is vaccines that are more specific for the variants that are circulating now.
And Doctor, where can we go for more information on all this?
So there's a lot of good places to go. One very good place online is vaccines.gov. And of course, don't forget to talk to your child's healthcare provider.
Okay, thanks so much for being with us here. And of course, you can head to our website for much more on this, and that's firstcoastliving.net.